Dear alcohol, you were fantastic. Here's 1,000 more words of why I'm totally going to do this again. Welcome in, everybody. It's the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for listening. Thanks for drinking along. I am Greg. I'm being joined by, straight out of Area 69, the Flextraterrestrial himself, Sexy Flexy. How's it going?
Flex me a beer, phone.
That's the best poem you've had yet.
I'm doing great, Greg. How are you?
I am so glad to see your face. And keeping things keeping things Slatey is the Slatey sailor herself, and technology has been worked out. Erica, thanks for actually making it on today.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, thanks for jinxing me now. Oh, man, Flex's intros are so good. I want to be like Saltosaurus or something amazing, but next time it's going to be fabulous. But you can call me Slatey since I don't know how to spell.
Right. Mulligan, let's do it over. Let's all come up with a great name. I think like the last two shows, Nicole and I were both lamenting about how great Flex's names are in his intros, and we're just like, "Hi, I'm Greg. Welcome in."
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's 7 seconds of brain power. That's all it takes.
Well, I'm impressed by your extraordinary 7 seconds.
That's what she said.
His wife.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
Yeah. You lasted so long. Thank you all for joining and listening. Don't forget, if you're out on the socials, hashtag show us your beers. Tag us in some beer porn. We like to see that. You can find Erica on the gram at necknosh, as well as necknosh.com, and Flex at flexmeabeer _ in between. And hey, if you're doing a little purchasing over on the Tavor, make sure you use a promo code UNFILTERED to get yourself a few bucks off of your first purchase. All right, so much to get to, so many beers to consume. I think we should kick off our hydration and find out what Flex is drinking.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
I still laugh.
Yes, every time. It's the best. So last week I touched on Eagle Park Brewing. They're doing a new series of single malt, single hop, and single fruit beers. And last week it was sour IPA fermented with lager yeast. It was a sour cold IPA, I believe. And it was conditioned on plums. This week, they already banged out a new beer for the series. It is a, let's see here, the Yuzu fruit, which is a citrusy type fruit. So this is Smashing Yuzu, and the can reads, a series of single malt, single hop, and single fruit beers that rotates brew to brew. This brew twists it further by kettle souring the base, then fermenting it with a lager yeast to make a sour cold IPA. 6.5% ABV, a collective 3.83 rating on Untapped. And we're gonna dive in here with the old sniffer for a second.
I have questions.
What's up?
Please dig in. I'm gonna say my question while you dig in. I want to know why it's called a cold IPA. Is that because it was like cold fermented because it was lager yeast, or is that just a fancy name?
Correct. No. It is. That's exactly what it is, Greg.
Got it.
They do the lager yeast, and it makes it the Sour Smash Cold IPA. Golden Promise malt, mosaic hops, and then the yuzu puree in this. Big time yuzu on the nose. It's like almost like a bittery citrus kind of scent to it. And then on the tongue jobber there.
Oh, yeah. Dig on in with that tongue jobber.
It's light like you would expect a kettle sour to be, a traditional kettle sour to be. It's got good yuzu flavor to it. It's not overpowering like those overfruited stuffs. And I've heard a little bit of flack on sour IPAs. Just talking around, and I think the haze and the juice kind of gets people down on the sour IPA, right? Because two big styles, modern day, you got your juicy hazy and you got your overfruited sour. So when you kind of bring the two bases together into the sour IPA, people are like, well, there's not enough fruit or there's not enough juice. And I think, I don't know what people are thinking, because this is absolutely delicious. It's absolutely refreshing. And truthfully, I can't get enough of these. So I can't wait for them to just keep coming out with more.
Bunch of Karens.
But nowadays, with those the overfruited sours, I think they kind of ruin things, where everybody's expecting just a smoothie to come out of their can,
Yeah.
Or a straight up juice bomb if they're buying an IPA. And if it's not, then they're kind of disappointed with it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like those smoothies sometimes, but there's been a couple times where I bought a sour thinking it's like just a normal fruited sour, and I pour it and it's chunky. I was like, I was just looking for a normal beer tonight.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for a healthy situation here.
And that's what's so beautiful about this is like how refreshing and light and crisp it is. Like, I mean, I would consider this, like a classic sour IPA. Absolutely 100%. They freaking nailed this.
Sweet.
Very nice. So much to get to tonight. A lot to talk about. Some delicious beers to talk about as well. First of all, I want to mention next week there's going to be an interview. I got to sit down. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. I got to sit down with the fine gentleman over at Lawless Brewing in North Hollywood, California. They're brand new, opened up a few months ago. So I got to talk to the brewer and the co-owner, and we shared, I believe it was 9, maybe 10 beers. It was Man, it was a good time.
You've been getting the hookups out there.
Yeah, I really have. It was not a bad time at all. So we had a bunch of great beers. And
what was it at Topa Topa? You guys drank like 36 of their beers? And
yeah, 36, 37, something like that. Yeah. Topa Topa was 2 full flights plus an extra taster plus a pint, I think.
Damn.
Good
and
Lord.
then Lawless was 2 full flights. At least for the show, was 2 full flights. And then afterwards, we hung out and just talked for another couple hours and had like 4 more beers.
Oh,
I mean,
my gosh.
it was
Now,
good times.
You know what I need to do? I need to host a podcast. I think that's what I need to do.
I mean, hello.
Seriously, or at least pretend to. I mean, how many people really double check if this is actually happening? I mean, why not?
Hey, we had an interview about a year ago. We didn't know. Did it ever get released?
Yeah,
Like, what
right.
interview?
No, I just wanted to get schwasty, as Flex would call it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Schwasty on your tab. So
Swing
anyways,
to the Schwasty.
look for that interview next week. We had a lot of fun, and hopefully I keep it together throughout the entire thing. Also, don't forget to check out our new merch at craftbeerrepublic.com. Click on the store there.
Yeah.
We got some new shirts, and Erica's rocking one of those over the weekend, and some new glasses and stuff. So check it out. Also, I will be on draft 97 of the Boozecast by the Booze League. That should be out this week.
The what cast?
Yeah, well, if you want to listen to the only listenable Boozecast.
Smart move on their
Just
part.
kidding. Go listen to Draft. Best rated show ever. Go listen to Draft 97. It is myself, the commish, and Little Sanchito doing the show. Coley, unfortunately, was in New York eating a bunch of oysters when we recorded. So go have a listen to that. Finally, onto the show. Flex and I have been keeping track of this for about 2 weeks now. Apparently, over in Finland, we are ginormous.
We are a pretty big
Tell
deal.
me
in
more,
Finland.
you guys. Tell me more. I'm really stoked about this.
We are kind of a big deal. So every morning I get emails, and it's basically just the Apple Podcast charts for various countries. And so, like, a lot of times we'll see, like in the U.S., a certain episode it'll release, and then like a day later it'll, jump up in the charts and then kind of like drop back down as other shows are released. It's just normal cycle. A few weeks ago, I think we hit like 80, number 80. Definitely top
that's
100
what it was.
in U.S.
Yep.
hobbies, which was pretty sweet. Well, we have been charting in the top 10 in Finland for a couple of weeks now. Like, the podcast as a whole has been top 10, I believe, in the hobbies category.
Well, 2 weeks ago, we reached number 1 in Finland.
We did, yeah. For a few
Oh,
days,
you
we
guys.
were number 1.
I am so sorry to break this to you.
Uh-oh, what?
I know why. Yeah, I'm sorry. My best friend was Miss Finland, and I'm sure that's why we have a following. I'm from a very Scandinavian town. We have the Midsummer Festival. Oh, shoot, guys. I hate to make you think it was because of you. I'm sorry.
Oh. We're over here thinking we're the Hasselhoffs of Finland.
No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea. I have no idea why. But I mean, it was 20 years ago that she was Miss Finland, but I'm thinking there's a connection. There possibly
Maybe
is.
so. I'll take whatever connection we can get.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I'll take
Okay.
connections. That's how you get places, right? It's not about what you know, but it's who you know.
100%. So,
Yes.
what's up,
No, that's
Finland?
amazing.
Yeah,
I should've-
what's
I
up,
should have
Miss
looked up how to
Finland?
say hello. Yeah, what's up, Miss Finland, especially.
Hey-o.
Yeah, we have been number one for off and on for a couple of weeks now. Where I think we're still top 10. Different episodes have reached the top 10 over there. It's been a nice ride over in Finland. I can't wait to take our podcast on a world tour.
I think I'm moving to Finland.
Yeah, we'll be royalty over there.
Fantastic.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, free beer and they'll feed us grapes by hand and it'll be
Lutefisk.
fantastic.
Is that Finnish?
Sure.
Yeah.
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 Hell yeah.
Abelskibers?
Is that the thing you
No,
like
it's not Swedish.
clean yourself with in the shower?
Lord.
Oh, it's a loofah.
That's
Sorry.
a loofah. Yeah. If you cleaned yourself a lutefisk, I'd be surprised you were still married. So, yeah, that's okay.
Oh,
Congratulations on the Finland. That's amazing, you guys. There's like at
I
least
don't get it, but I appreciate
5,000
it.
people in Finland or something like that. So, I mean, yeah, this is great.
I really hope
at
we
least.
get at least one person from Finland to just write something in.
Please, anything,
Please.
even if I have to translate it. Let's see. Finland population. There's way more people than I realized. There's 5.5 million people in Finland.
Wow.
Holy shit.
We're huge in Finland.
That's amazing.
So
We are going to Finland and we're recording an episode in Finland.
we have to.
It has to happen.
The CBR World Tour
I'm
coming
there.
to a Finnish city near you.
We gotta get tight leather pants like we're rock stars though.
Oh, there's
Okay,
no other way.
correction. You have to get tight leather pants. I already have them.
Saw that coming. I will get on Amazon and get myself some cheap tight leather pants just for everyone else's enjoyment. We are off to Finland. So cheers or whatever it is you say in Finland. I could have looked that up.
And back to the show.
Yeah, sorry. Stop stroking our own egos over here. What else? Oh, so much to talk about. First of all, I know Erica has one to talk about, but real quick, we went to Surf and Suds a couple weekends ago. Thanks to actually Wiley, the commissioner over the Booze League, got us some tickets over there. They had a booth. We went over. It's our first beer fest since Rona happened. First one the Wiley and I have been to. Yeah,
Congrats.
It was thanks. It was sort of a big deal. It was awesome. It was outdoors and it was nice. Everyone's pretty spaced out. There was no like crazy lines for beers or anything like that. And anytime there was like a line for a food truck, we just stayed away. Lots of great breweries were out there. I tried Kilo, which is from Paso Robles, Central California. Tried them for the first time. Really, really good. A lot of breweries we know.
Sweet.
Hung out with Topa Topa and a lot of 14 Cannons. A lot of our friends over there. So it was just a great day of drinking. Made it out pretty okay. Like I got out, I was like, I'm still a functioning adult over here. And then we went back to the hotel with Wiley as well as Big Dick Nick and Nicole. And then the drinks started happening. So we had a few beers at the hotel. Then we went out for some dinner. And while we were at dinner, Nick had a few of the Booze League hats on him, and he just wanted to ditch them. So he goes up to a table and was like, hey, you guys want some hats? And Nick's pretty shittered at this point. He could not go to the festival because he had to work, but he got to the hotel and started catching up with us real quick. And so he just hands these hats to a table, and all of a sudden this table is like, oh, well, we want to be best friends with you guys. So one of the guys comes over, and he's like, we all need shots now. And so they order shots of tequila, and I hate shots. I especially hate tequila. It just doesn't sit well. It's not even the taste is not my jam, but it just doesn't
But you
sit well.
still did it.
It was handed to me.
Right?
So
Right.
these ended up being $30 shots
Holy
that we all did. Some of us, not me, did 2 of them. I was like, oh my God, you just drank $60 in like 4 seconds.
Oh.
They weren't even that great, to be honest. And so we partied up with this other table. At one point, I thought Nick was going to get in a fight with this guy because he was talking all kinds of shit about the Raiders. But we made it out alive. And then we went back to the hotel where we found more drinks in the lobby, and we had a few more beers. Went back up to their room, had a couple more beers. Apparently, I Ubered back to where we were staying that night. Like, I had to look at my Uber receipts to see what time things happened at. And then Sunday, we just stayed super low. The wife and I watched some football, didn't drink anything, while the commission and Nick and Nicole went out and drank some more. And then I heard Monday that some people's lives were hurting. I was like, well, I'm fresh as a daisy. I don't know what your guys' problem is. So
Fabulous.
anyways, it was a lot of fun to get back to Beerfest and to be drunk in public again. So
It sounds like I would have died.
it
Absolutely
was a marathon.
died.
It was a
Yeah,
good
you
time.
handled it well. It sounds like with everything you put down. Yeah, I went to
Handled it
Capital.
like a drunk guy in Finland. Woo!
Woo! We
all
need to
about
know
that
the toasting
one-
thing.
That 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor.
Mm-hmm. I don't get past
Right.
one.
No.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Erica.
Yeah, no worries. Capital
You had a
Beerfest.
similar weekend.
Yeah, first beer fest in forever. It felt so good. It was the most amazing day. They usually have it in March, but because of COVID, actually the last one they had was right before the shutdown. It was literally a week before the shutdown, and we were all like
Oh.
just sanitizing the crap out of our hands, just knowing like something was coming. It was that like imminent danger thing, and all went fine. But yeah, this was a really great time to have it in October because it was beautiful out, and I feel like people like are just nicer, like because they're so damn happy to be out.
Sure.
It's just like woohoo. So yeah, same thing. Capitol Mall in Sacramento is like 5 huge blocks. So it's tons of space for people to just get out and drink beer. The lines weren't that bad, but I was selling necklaces for the majority of it. We were right at the entrance, so yeah, it was a fabulous spot. We sold out.
First stop,
was-
carbs. Next
Yeah,
stop,
I
beer.
mean, it was just like, that's where I need to go. And you see a lot of people coming on with their own necklaces in, which is great. They're super advertising for us because it's like, where'd you get that? It's like, no, but you can go to this booth. They have them. It was amazing. One of the things we like to do, so it got dead just for a little bit. And one of the people helped me is like, what can I do? Like, how can I help? And I said, if you stand in front of the booth, people will come. Like, it's just kind of something I've observed before. So they got into this
Yeah.
like booty popping contest, like one of my girlfriends and another friend, and they were just like putting their butts out there, and immediately someone would walk up and buy a necklace. And then they'd like go aside and there'd be no one there. And then they'd stand in front, pop their booties. Someone else would walk out. We were just busting up laughing. And
Ooh, butts. I'm hungry.
I know,
Sounds like
really
a rap
butts
video.
makes me think of pretzels. I don't know. Might be I don't know what the connection is.
Now, you said you sold out of your booth, right?
Yes.
So how many necklaces do you bring to a festival?
Well, usually I would bring more, but I was a little cautious with this one. I think we all are with COVID. So I brought maybe close to 300.
Damn.
That's crazy. Outstanding success.
Thank you. And we just do plain ones online, but at the festivals we add like beef and cheese and gummies and all this kind of like fun stuff. And yeah, it's fabulous. People are so nice. They're like, thank you for making this for me. I'm like, you're welcome. I'll take your money. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then people my friends are so great. I'll see at the festival, like, what can I do for you? Go get me a beer. So I just look over and have like 6 beers lined up waiting for me. So I still get a drink. It was
Right.
a fabulous time. So
We did a lot of that for the Booze League booth at Surf and Suds. Like it was Wiley.
Greg,
it was Coley.
you pop your booty? Are you saying you
Yes,
pop your booty?
exactly.
yeah, sweet booty pop.
I backed that ass up.
Hell yeah.
we kept making our rounds back to the Booze League booth. Be like, all right, who needs beers? We go find. At one point, it was almost at the end, and everyone's like, we do. And so like I had like 4 glasses that I'm like trying to carry, and I made it over to the 14 Cannons booth, and Dros, the assistant brewer's there, and I was like, hey, and he looks at me. I was like, it's for the Booze League crew. They're over there needing some drinks. He's like, oh, here, and he just hands me like 4 cans. I was
Oh,
like,
no.
thank you.
Oh,
This
yeah.
made life so
Holy
much
cow,
easier.
dude. Holy cow.
Oh,
Didn't have to carry full
sweet.
beers back, so that was nice. And speaking of the whole booty popping thing, it totally reminded me while we were there. So the wife and I are hanging over at the Booze League booth. They are right by the stage, and at one point, Nicole says to one of the other girls that are working the booth, like, "Hey, let's go dance." So they're over there dancing, and this old dude. Here's how old he is. T-shirt tucked into his khaki cargo shorts.
Sweet. Classy
with
guy.
fanny pack.
Oh.
He starts like booty popping his way over to Nicole and gets like right up on her, and she's just cracking up, and they exchange some sort of, friendly whatever.
Oh,
and then he
wow.
just like booty pops his way out of frame, and I got video of it. It was so good. I'll have to
No way. That's
get
awesome.
permission and post it, but it was hilarious. Old man booty popping his
Wow.
way across the dance floor.
Good
my
for
gosh.
old man booty popper.
Yeah.
You know?
He's playing it. Yeah.
He's just out there at a beer fest planting seeds. He's planting seeds, He's waiting to see what grows.
Oh, yeah.
Good for that guy.
So in Portland, we had this place called the Crystal Ballroom, and they would do an 80s night like every Friday or whatever. And then this big screen TV, and they'd play like 80s videos, and it was so fun. But there was this one guy, and he was like a computer programmer or something, just super nerdy by day, but like he would show up and just decked out with like, the sweatband on and the short shorts and the tank top, and he would just shake his butt into every crowd of girls, and they would all be like, "Oh, he's in my circle," and they would just start like dancing with them and stuff. I mean, this guy had it figured out, because you just know during the day he had this was his way to have a life. And
Oh yeah.
that we treated him fabulous. Whenever he came around, he was like a superstar. It's like, oh, he's next to me. Look at him.
Oh, here comes the nerdy guy.
Yeah, work it. Why not?
If you got it, flaunt it.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, good times being drunk in public. I wish I could have come and hung out with you at your beer fest, but
I
one
wish,
of these days
'cause
we
I-
need to like,
Hook it up. Yeah, get all the crew to a beer fest. That'd be so dangerous. That would just that would
Yeah,
be,
That would be very dangerous.
it'd be
we would be
such
shivered.
fire. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be good. It'd be a good kind of danger.
Yeah.
You'd have to dig my grave where we were, because I don't think I'd be making it out alive.
That's all right. Yeah, I would dig a grave for you. No problem, Flex. I learned a word.
Jeez, thank you.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm here for you. I'm a good friend. Reinheitsgebot. You guys know what that is? We were talking about beer this weekend. I didn't know. Greg knows. He's nerdy like that.
Reinheist what?
Reinheitsgebot. Am I saying it wrong?
Yeah, Reinheitsgebot. I'm
Rein-
sure if you
Reinheitsgebot.
had that German
Yeah.
accent, it's a boot.
Yeah. The German purity law. So we were kind of talking about that. So I got smarter this weekend too. I'm just saying, because I killed a lot of brain cells and I have to kind of like justify it. And I learned a new word.
Sure.
So, anyways.
Yeah. In fact, Enegren down here in Southern California, they brew an annual beer called Reinheitsgebot.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
I mean, they are very German, so it makes sense. But yeah,
They are very German.
it's the German purity laws. You can only brew with using natural ingredients or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't they hook you up with a pretzel necklace at the beer festival, by the way?
Oh, that's right. They did. It was Enegren at Surf and Suds. They had a few neck nosh pretzels hanging around that they had left over from their Oktoberfest celebration. They let us take a couple.
Which is why you made it to the Uber.
That is
I'm
true.
just saying. I was like, there's got to be a connection. So, anyways.
There's definitely no thanks to Nick and his shots. So, yeah. Flex, what about you? Hit up any breweries, any beer festivals?
Unless you call a 6-year-old birthday party a beer festival, then hell yeah, hit one up.
It would have to be for me to show up.
Wah, wah.
Actually, so I went to one of my nieces. I have 2 nieces, so literally one of them. I went to one of their birthday parties half of them. I went to one of their birthday parties this past weekend, and my sister-in-law's husband, who's technically not my brother-in-law because he's not my brother-in-law, but there's no term for it, but I call him my brother-in-law. Do you follow?
A little bit.
All right. So he's a he's a big bourbon guy, right? A little bit into craft beer.
Okay.
So I walk into the house. I had a long day, worked all day, got the kids, got ready for the party, and all I want is some beer. So I open up the cooler, and for anybody out there who knows anything about New Glarus Brewing in Wisconsin, big brewery in Wisconsin,
I definitely did not have them in Colorado.
You did not have them in Colorado because you can only have them in Wisconsin. They don't sell outside the state. He had their strawberry rhubarb fruit beer in his cooler. And I even grabbed one, and this is like a phenomenal beer. I grabbed one, I took it out of the cooler, and I walked it up to him. I'm like, hey, these are just for the drinking, right? Like anybody can have them? And he looked at me.
You're not taking Instagram photos with these, are you?
Right. And he looked at me like I'm an idiot. Yeah, like, go ahead, have it. I'm like, Okay. But I mean, this beer is every year they release it. It's a collective well over 4 rating on Untapped. I mean, just an absolutely phenomenal beer. Big on the strawberry flavor, not too over fruited, just really easygoing. A 4% ABV, so it's it's just a nice sessionable, enjoyable beer. So I guess I didn't hit up a beer fest, but I had a really good beer, 2 of them actually.
Nice.
At a pretty solid 6-year-old birthday party. If I,
That's a score. Our friends from Chicago hooked us up with some of that one time, and I was just blown away. I will never forget it. So good for you.
The fact that I was able to have a couple of those, I'll cheers to that for the weekend. Did you know that the leaves of the rhubarb plant are poisonous, and that you can only eat the stalk? Yeah, there you go.
Huh.
Oh,
the more you know.
Yeah. Flex fact.
Love it.
There it is. Flex fact. Very cool. Well, sounds like we all did some great hydration this weekend, so I'm glad to hear that. We have an email from a listener, and I wish we would have gotten this in time for the last recording because he's throwing Coley under the bus a little bit here.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
This comes from Jay, and he says, "Hey, during a recent trip to the Midwest, I couldn't get your Party at Jury Duty episode out of my mind. Not only does Flex Me Beer sound exactly like my cousin, I kept running into evidence of his assertion of an alternate toppers and the existence of the brandy old fashioned." And he sent a picture of the toppers from the Midwest as well as a T-shirt that had
It's got the crown, right?
Yep, there's a crown on
it's got
it,
the crown,
and it's got like some
Wow.
off-centered lettering. And he says, I also spotted some Milwaukee's Best Ice and offered to bring some back to Coley to help satisfy your wager with the Booze League. She declined.
Whoa.
Oh.
Interesting.
Wow.
I need that sound effect of like the brum, brum, brum.
No.
She declined. They could have finished
He
their
lies.
bet once and for all.
No, Coley's perfect. That can't be.
It's not
Can't
just
be.
Wiley making the excuses. It's
No.
the whole crew.
It should be the Excuse League.
Good Lord.
And you go on their
Yes.
show, Greg.
Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should pull my appearance, have my people call their people, and have it pulling. I mean, ugh.
Do not listen to Draft 97.
Mute it when I'm not talking. He goes on, in short, I couldn't seem to get away from reminders of the Craft Beer Republic and Booze League. I also enjoyed some amazing craft beer in America's hinterlands, including a delicious offering from Outside Brewing in Fergus Falls called Grandma's Garden Rhubarb Sour. I'm sure Flex can school you on rhubarb. Staying hydrated, Jay. And he also sent a picture of somebody whose license plate said Coley.
So did this guy? Where did this guy visit in with the Midwest?
Didn't say specifics, just the Midwest. But rhubarb and toppers. It must have been in Wisconsin.
Jeez. This guy's got to hit me up next time.
Right? You guys could go to Toppers, have some pizza, have some rhubarb sours afterwards.
Dude, the mac and cheese pizza is to die for, I'm telling you.
Oh, really? That sounds
Mac
nasty.
and mac. No, it doesn't. It sounds so good. It's so good.
Is there red sauce on that? What's the sauce on that?
No, it's
There's no way. There can't be.
No, it's cheese sauce and then cheese and then noodles on the cheese.
Gross.
It's not gross. And then you dip it in nacho cheese. It's so good.
No. Flex, this is disgusting. Oh, Wisco kid.
You're disgusting for saying it's disgusting.
I just threw up a little. That's what happened. Oh.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah.
I'm glad I haven't.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Nah, I'm just going to tell you, you can't knock a mac and cheese pizza until you try a mac and cheese pizza. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. All right.
I'd try it. I'd give it a shot.
I'd try it twice.
Right.
Got to keep to my rule, but I probably would hate it both times. Yuck.
But at least you tried it.
Yep.
No, not yuck.
Oh, by the way, thank you, Jay. Thanks for emailing in. If you guys want to send us an email, mail@craftbeerrepublic.com. Nice and easy. All right, I got a beer to talk about. loving our beers over here.
Every
I am
time.
drinking. I am drinking Czech Rendezvous. It is a Czech dark lager straight from my kegerator. That's right.
What did you
I
just
made
say?
this shit. You heard me.
Whoa,
this is
mind
straight from my
blown.
kegerator. This is my own beer. I figured I'd brag about myself for a second because this is the first beer that I've made that I'm like, hey, I would share this with people. It's really good.
Wow.
It's a Czech dark lager. It's 4.9%. It's somewhere, I think, around 30 IBUs. I mean, it's exactly what you expected of a Czech dark lager. On the schnoz, you get that chocolatey goodness. When you take a sip, I'll tell you the recipe in a second. I threw a lot of extra chocolate malts in there. On the drinking, you get a little bit of the coffee, a little bit of the roastiness, and a whole lot of dark chocolate coming in. And a lot of nice carbonation to keep it light. 4.9, you can drink them all day. It's great for Sunday, watching some football and drinking 8 or 9 of these.
Okay, so, moment of truth. If you had to rate this on Untapped, what would you give it?
I mean, if we're rating it up against the style, this is as good as some of my other favorite Czech dark lagers.
Wow.
And I know I'm biased and I
Wow.
sound like a dick because it's my own beer, but I really enjoy. And usually, I'm so hard on myself. Usually, I'm like, I made a beer,
Yeah.
don't drink it. It tastes like garbage.
Okay.
This is. I would share it with brewer friends. I would take it to Nick at 14
Wow.
cans and be like, hey, what do you think of this? Because he's got one too, K17, which is phenomenal. But
Yeah.
I really like this one too.
Ooh, I hope you took good notes so you can replicate it.
Yeah, I saved it all. I mean, for anybody who cares, my grains are German Pilsner malt, Munich Light, some caramel Munich, some chocolate wheat, and some dark chocolate malt, and a little bit of Carafa in there, Carafa too. So that dark chocolate malt at the end, I put a 1/4 pound in there. That's what really kind of brought it over the top with extra darkness and extra chocolatey flavor. Kept it simple on the hops, just some Hallertau Mittelfru and some nugget. Just a little at the top and a little bit at the end just to balance things out. And I used some White Labs WLP 802 yeast for all the nerds out there. I think I fermented at about 55 degrees, brought it back up, and then crashed the shit out of it for like a week. Actually, no, 2 weeks. Here's people are going to get mad at me. I did not transfer it into a secondary. I kept it in the primary as I crashed it. And then I transferred it straight to the keg. I know. I'm a dirty dog.
Dirty. You dirty. Keep going. Sorry.
After the 2 weeks of crashing, I transferred it to the keg and crashed a little bit more in there and carved it up. And I'm drinking the shit out of it. So here we are.
Sweet. Congratulations.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Now I want you to take it to Nick at 14 cannons and be like, tell me how good my beer is.
He's like, 4 out of 10. I'll take it to him. This one's pretty good. I would take it. There you go. Nerd time. Sorry for all the nerd shit for
That's
all you
fabulous.
people who don't care.
No, I know. If I'm happy for you, everybody else listening right now is super pumped for you.
Yeah, I'm really proud to be
And
your
I'm telling you
friend.
what, they want to try this Czech dark lager that you made. They all want to try it, Greg.
I wish I could can it for all of you, but
Aw.
that would be expensive. And I don't like you that much. So
And he doesn't want to give it away because he loves it.
there's that too. I'll be making some more. This is really good. All right. Before we find out what Eric is drinking over there, and it's very on brand, how about some ludicrous libation laws? This one comes from Arkansas. Apparently in Arkansas, minors convicted of underage drinking must not only pay a fine, but also write an essay about alcohol.
Oh,
This
that's
isn't the
brilliant.
first I've heard of this.
Really?
Well, that's mostly because if you get underage in Wisconsin, which actually, honest, cross my heart, hope to die, I've never gotten, but I know some people who've
Well,
gotten.
I think your time for that is ending.
I was underage
Opportunity
once,
missed.
Greg. I was underage, believe it or not. But you have to go to a drinking class and actually learn all about alcohol and what it does to the body, and then you have to write
wow.
a paper or like an assignment on it and about it.
Yeah, and how weird to have to write an essay. Like, my essay would be like, yes, dear alcohol, you were fantastic. Here's 1,000 more words of why I'm totally going to do this again.
See, I feel like if you wrote an essay like that, you would just have to write another one. Why it's supposed to be a bad thing.
True.
Right. Then an apology. As a former teacher, the thing I like about this is that you're probably, for all the brain cells you killed because you're underage and you're going to kill extra brain cells drinking.
Sure.
You're going to build a few up, at least like putting a pencil to paper, or of course, typing or something. But you're not, your heart's not going to be in it, but you might actually grow some more brain cells. That's all.
Do you actually, though? I thought once you killed them, they're gone.
But you can make new ones.
Those ones, but can't you make new ones? I mean,
I don't know. Can you? I'm not a scientist.
No, I'm not a scientist either. I'm just talking out my ass. I'm just saying.
If only there was a teacher.
If only there was a okay, I taught special ed. You want to know 5 steps to taking a pee? I don't know.
I was always told once you kill the brain cells, they never come back. So it's like you only have X amount of brain cells, and they just eventually die off. Is that not true?
I always thought the ones that died are gone and dead, but you can also grow new ones.
Why not?
Not at the same rate.
New synaptic connections. I know that can happen, right? So let's just say that. Let's just say that, guys.
Is anybody smart out there listening?
Yeah, please, somebody tell us.
Please help us.
We are clearly not.
Jay that likes rhubarb sours, do you know anything about brain cells? Please let us know.
Don't eat the rhubarb leaves, Jay. Don't eat them.
Be muchly appreciated.
No, because then he's going to say, and I know Erica, and she didn't actually wipe those kids' butts or something. He's going to just take turns throwing us all under the bus. I just know it. So I'm just...
Maybe. By the way, I'm going to want that 5-step how to pee thing next time I'm really drunk.
It comes with visual aids because those are important.
I probably can't read at that point. I'm going to need it.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
I got a year to your birthday or so.
Big old poster.
Goals. Yep.
That'd be so good.
Happy birthday, Greg. Here's something to see later.
Here's something you'll be able to use now and then in about 10 more years.
Yeah.
Has anybody used Drizzly yet, the alcohol delivery platform?
No, I have not.
Me neither. It's way too expensive. But Uber just completed their purchase of Drizzly for $1.1 billion.
Holy shit.
Dang.
Yeah, so Drizzly now are part of Uber. They say they're going to have a separate app, but also you'll be able to get booze on Uber Eats because of their acquisition of Drizzly or something like that. So that's cool.
Well, good for Drizzly for raking it in.
Yeah. I use
$1.1 billion.
And they have Bevmo and Total Wine and local grocery stores, beers and all that. So that's kind of cool. I just use that.
I did a lot of curbside pickup during the worst of the pandemic. I don't think I used Instacart that I remember. Oh, you know what? I did a couple times. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah. Except you need to make sure you're home if you order milk.
Oh, okay. Gross. Especially in California. Yeah. That's disgusting. Or then you have cottage cheese.
Well, you guys claim to be the dairy state, so
that's also the hot state.
Disgusting as mac and cheese pizza.
Oh, shots fired.
I swear to God, Erica.
Sorry, Flextraterrestrial.
You're not even a real Goonie, I swear.
I'm not. No, we eat Fultano's pizza. It's got bread, sauce, and cheese like God made it. We don't do this mac and cheese stuff. Oh, yeah, and pepperoni. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pepperoni.
Pineapple?
Sure, why not? Those are normal pizza toppings.
Nope.
My jam, pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapeno. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Y'all come over, we'll have some mac and cheese pizza, and you'll never want to leave my house.
Or we won't be able to leave your house because we'll be stuck on the toilet.
Right.
Whoa.
Too far?
No. It's too delicious. It's going to want to stay inside of your body at all costs.
Whoa. We will move on from that.
Sorry, I had to bring it back, guys.
I was gonna bring it next to Erica's beer review, but it doesn't deserve that transition. So we'll go one more story and then we'll find out what she's drinking. Sierra Nevada to launch an upscale lifestyle hard tea brand. Pinky's up for the hard tea.
Are they serving crumpets with that tea? I only drink my tea with crumpets.
Hard crumpets for hard tea.
Interesting, but pass.
Yeah. Yes, but pass. They will also be expanding the Little Thing line of beers with a new wheat beer apparently the Little Thing brand, which is, Wild Little Thing and Hazy Little Thing.
Hazy Little Thing.
All those things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What's the sour one?
Wild Little Thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The wife loves that one. That brand, the Little Thing brand is up 23.6% overall. So they're going to be running with the Little Things for a while, which sounds
Yeah, I believe it.
dirty.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
But if you're coming out with a wheat beer, I'm not in for it. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, not really a
Just
wheat
not.
beer fan. Wheat. Every now and then you get like a wheat
What?
beer that doesn't drink like a wheat beer, but I can't do the Hefeweizens anymore. Just too much goddamn banana.
See,
Agree.
and those I can do. It's like the Belgian wheats that I can't do, where it's, the coriander and the orange peel.
Mm-hmm.
Those are, to me, are complete vomit-worthy beers.
Yeah, a lot of times they are. Though I will say, Enegren does a
worst.
summer wheat beer, but it's a very clear, doesn't drink like one of those types. It's really good. All right, I think it's time that we make a call to the pen and find out what Erica's drinking.
He calls to the bullpen for beer.
And today I have some Snyder beer because it's pretzely. I had several people
Say what?
I know. Look at this. It's actually Snyder's pretzels, which I use in my necklaces sometimes. And I think Coley, maybe she was the first one who sent me a message about it, but several people, of course, as soon as they see it, like, oh, Erica, have you heard about this? So it's like, I got to get some of this beer. So I got the,
Of course.
it's on Halftime Beverages, which is kind of an odd site. And it took a very long time, but I got the beer. It's called Snyder Beer Pretzel Frucht by Captain Lawrence Brewing Company. It's a Goza, and it's a sour fruited Goza. And it's 4.5 ABV, no IBUs, 3.46 on Untapped with 322 ratings. Well, guys, this really could have been mac and cheese pizza adjacent. I hate to say it. Fabulous pairing. No. Okay. So it's a pretty.
Don't knock it till you try it.
No, I'm saying you'd love it. I'm saying you would love it. Just love it. No, I'm kidding. So
Because I
it's
like bad
actually-
things.
No, I'm kidding. So their description is very short and sweet. It's a Goza brewed with passion fruit, guava, and Snyder mini pretzels in the malt bill.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, that's a cool idea, right?
Sure.
Pretzels and beer.
Makes
Like,
sense.
come on, you're like, that's a fabulous pairing. So I got really excited about it. You can get a little guava on the nose. Yeah, maybe a little salt, but let me taste it. So it's very thin and a hint of salt. You get a little bit of guava.
Okay.
There's no hop. You can taste passion fruit guava, a little bit of fruit there. There's no hop character. It's otherwise pretty flat and light. Yeah, I know. It's supposed to be light, right? It's a Goza, but I want the breadiness that you would expect to come along with a pretzel.
Yeah, and here's the thing: when you said you were drinking this beer on the show, and you even sent me a picture, and I clearly did not look hard enough at the can, but I thought like, oh, it's gonna be like a malty Germany like beer because it's got pretzels and it's supposed to go with pretzels. And then as you were talking, you're like, it's a fruited kettle sour. I was like, what the fuck? It is?
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird to me.
It even says malt on the can, like a malty beverage. So I'm bummed about that. I mean, I need the bready. I need some of that, and I'm not getting it. It drinks easy, but it's just not what you're expecting when you want the pretzel taste to it.
They can't all be winners.
They can't all be winners. I got some for Coley too. I'm like, gosh, do I still send this? There's another one that's just not the fruited version, and it's okay, but maybe a little bit more of the pretzel flavor in it. But I was a little bummed out about this one, guys.
Well, you live and you learn.
They can't all be Greg's Czech dark lagers. You know what
I
I'm saying?
know. I'm just trying to lift him up a little and end with like, well, I wish I could have your beer, Greg, because mine is
I wish you
meh.
could too.
Sorry.
Well, cheers to Somebody having some good beer over here.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. Before we get to what I'm very excited for, which I'm calling Masterdrunk Theatre, I want to throw... If you guys are looking to get shittered at work, Idaho is the place for you. Idaho is the most tolerant of drunk or high employees, according to a new study. How much does it bother you when people are drunk or high at work? That's what a new study from drugabuse.com asked employers. Their survey found that
Drugabuse.com.
Can't make this shit up. Found that Idaho employers are more tolerant than any other state for when people are drunk or high on the clock. The survey also found that people tend to be more tolerant of alcohol during the holidays, and around 3% of employees think it's okay to be drunk or high on the job. Banks and real estate agencies tended to be the most tolerant, while charities and healthcare industries tended to be the least.
Thank God.
That makes sense. I mean that makes a lot of sense, except for the bank thing. Like, you know, like you're a bank employee and you're drunk and you're like, oh, you wanted $100? Here's a bonus $200.
Right. One for
Merry
you, one for me.
Christmas. Oh.
That banker gave me a tip. That's awesome.
So I guess we're moving to Idaho, everybody.
Yeah, there's
Finally,
going to be
we'll
a
be
mass
accepted there.
exodus from California to Idaho now. Just watch. Oh, Finland, they're all moving there too because they're all listening.
Hell yeah.
So,
Idaho will be the new Finland. Let's go.
Yeah.
By the way, I looked it up. It's kippis is cheers in Finnish. Kippis. Kippis?
All right. Kippis.
Kippis.
All right.
Could be kipis.
Kippis. I like kippis.
Kippis.
Yeah. Emphasize the piss.
Yes, always emphasize the sounds very wrong. All right. I think it's time that Flex and I perform a little Masterdrunk Theatre.
Getting out the popcorn.
I'll set the scene. A bartender was enjoying some beverages late night, the day before his day off, when his manager texted him.
I'd like to enjoy some beverages, all right?
As one does. I need you to come in from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. today. We have an event scheduled, only one bartender.
No, thank you. Tomorrow is my day off.
You need to be a team player. It isn't all about you. Please come in tomorrow.
Why are you just now telling me at 3 a.m. that you need me to work 11 hours tomorrow? I've had a few drinks, and I don't feel like coming into work hungover and working for that long on my day off.
You need to stay ready for work. Getting too drunk is not a good look. If you can't stay prepared, sometimes things happen and we need to cover each other.
You're telling the bartender to not drink on his time off? Want to go tell the chefs to not eat off the clock too? Dude, if you had given me more notice, I would have considered it and just not had any drinks so I wouldn't have to work that long hungover. But you waited too long. I'm already drunk and I don't feel like coming in and working 11 hours while hungover.
Bartender goes on.
Don't you know how to bartend too? Even if you don't, we literally have flashcards for each drink on the menu for each event. You can literally just tape them to the counter and use them as a guide to make the drinks yourself.
Tell him.
We're going to talk about this attitude when you come in on Sunday.
No, we're not. Bartenders are needed all over the place right now. I think I'll just go work at one of the dozens of places hiring around here. I'm fed up with you.
Give me a call. Don't make such an impulsive decision. You're making a mistake because you're drunk and you think it's a good idea. And when you wake up tomorrow, you're gonna regret this.
Eat my ass.
This has been Masterdrunk Theatre. I'm so proud of us.
That was a beautiful performance. Encore?
I acted my heart out.
Yeah. I'll be waiting for that Grammy committee to be contacting us any day. Oh, Grammy. Oscar. Grammy's music.
We'll sing too. I don't care.
Yeah. We'll sing the text message.
Make it a fucking musical.
That's right. The bartender and the manager.
Eat my ass. That would be the closing song. obviously.
Eat his ass. Eat his ass.
What did he say? Eat his ass.
Eat my ass.
Turn into Vince McMahon at the end there.
Well, easy, man.
Oh, don't wanna
No
go there.
wrestling today. No wrestling today.
You're right. Yeah, I found this story and they posted the text messages. And I thought this is too good for us not to act it out. I hope we can find more stories like this because I've thoroughly enjoyed Masterdrunk Theatre.
I can't wait. I can't wait for another episode of this.
I have experience being the asshole manager. What can I say?
Yeah, because I could think of a time where like I thought I had to be on the podcast in the evening at 6 p.m. and I was on a bender. I was on a bender the night before. Doesn't happen all
Wasn't
that
a
often.
holiday, was it?
No, I was actually a holiday, and I was having a really good time. And then I get this message from manager that I had to come in early. And
Did he tell
I
you to be a team player?
wanted to send him a text that said, "Eat my ass."
Eat his ass.
I'm just saying, there's some underlying reason this sang to you a little bit. I think you're feeling a little guilty from that.
Maybe so. Next time, just tell me to eat your ass.
Yeah, I still showed up and drank.
And you did a great
Hungover.
job.
Thank you. I'm sorry, but this
Your
poor
computer didn't do a great job, but you
bartender. My computer was still drunk. My computer
Poor job.
was drunk.
Poor job.
But
Your computer's fired.
yeah,
but,
my heart broke for Flex because I was reliving that through this performance. You guys did a great job.
Thanks.
Fantastic.
It's all
We
the acting
appreciate-
classes we've
yeah.
been to.
No, you
Yes,
weren't acting.
like
You were just being you. But
tons.
Flex, I'm just kidding. That was
Natural
great.
role for me.
That was fun. I like that. That was a good bit. A lot of
Well,
fun.
I think that's a good way to end things. It's a good way to clean things up and get on out of here.
Right on.
Okay.
I appreciate you all for listening, for hanging. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Vanessa.
No creepy hi, Vanessa from Flex this time.
That's
Proud of you.
60% of the time.
Find us at craftbeerrepublic.com and Craft Beer Republic on the socials. Find Erica at necknosh and necknosh.com. And find Flex at flexmeabeer_ in between. I do believe that's everything. Oh, 805-538-BEER. Give us a drunk dial, if you will.
Text Greg, eat my ass. Someone.
Yes.
Just send him an email.
Yeah. Is that a threat or a promise? All right. Hope everyone is staying very well hydrated. And on that note, good night, everybody.